Most businesses send dozens of emails a month and still can't make a sale, but there's only 5 emails you need to make consistent sales. So in this video, I'm going to show you what those emails are so you can copy them and turn your subscribers into paying customers, even if you have a small list. To start, let me show you the one email that does more for your sales than the other 4 emails combined, and that's email number 1, the hand raiser. You see, the biggest problem business owners face with email marketing is not knowing what to sell to who. And if you get the wrong offer to the wrong people, you'll get a bunch of spam complaints instead of sales. The hand raiser email fixes both of those problems because it's like being a waiter who doesn't interrupt a meal to give a speech about a wine list, but you're a waiter that simply says, "Refill?" You aren't forcing anyone to drink here, right? You're just identifying who's thirsty right now. And that's what the hand raiser email does. It's an email that starts one-on-one conversations. All you have to do in the hand raiser email is ask a question and you'll get direct replies. Then inside those replies, you can handle the sales conversations, right? My favorite type of hand raiser email is the why email, where you literally just ask your list, "Hey, just wondering why you haven't bought my offer. Not trying to pressure you to buy it, just want to find out." And in turn, you'll get a load of replies, which actually improves your deliverability, but you'll also get a lot of objections, which you can handle one-on-one via email and get a lot more sales. So the lesson of using the hand raiser email is this. The fastest way to make sales with an email is sometimes to stop talking and start asking. Now it's time for email number 2, the dollar email. The biggest reason people don't buy is because they can't justify the price of your product in their head, right? You could get the greatest offer in the planet, you could have a mountain of testimonials, but if people look at the price tag and their brain just says, "That's too expensive," they're gone and they're probably never coming back. You're losing on thousands of dollars from people who just want to buy from you, but you're letting them do the math in their head, and that's where the dollar email comes in. You see, the dollar email is designed to reframe your price so it feels insignificant. Instead of asking them to make a big payment, you break that big payment down into little weekly or daily costs, right? So here's how you can approach this. First, you state the full price of your offer. Let's say it's $997. Then you break that down by 365 days, which is only $2.73 a day. Finally, you compare that $2.73 to something stupid that they already buy without thinking, like a $5 latte, right? So what you would do is you're already spending $5 a day on a latte that makes you jittery and gives you a weird stomach feeling. But for half the price of that latte, you could have the exact system to build a $10K a month business. And suddenly, $997 doesn't feel like a massive risk. It feels like pocket change. So the lesson of using the dollar email is this. Don't lower your prices. Just change the way the reader perceives the math in their head. And now, let's talk about email number 3, the confession email. Most people think they need to look like they have the right answer all the time. They have to be perfect, and they only share their wins. And when your readers start to follow along, they see right through that veil, right? This makes your content kind of feel like a corporate PR statement, and you don't really sound like a person. We all make mistakes, right? And when you only talk about how great you are, you're actually building a wall between you and your buyer. The fix for this is the confession email. A confession email is where you intentionally share a massive failure or like a stupid mistake you made or an embarrassing story, and you pull back the curtain behind your mistake and show that you're actually a human. So let me give you an example of how this is done. You open up your email by admitting that you screwed up. Like, "I have a confession to make. Last year, I completely botched a client launch and lost $5,000. Then you explain why it happened and how you made the mistake. Finally, you pivot into a lesson you learned from that failure and how your product now prevents that same mistake from happening. And when you're willing to be vulnerable and admit your flaws, the pratfall effect kicks in. People actually trust you more because you're not hiding anything. So here's my point. Your audience doesn't connect with your perfection. They connect with your scars. Now it's time for email number 4, the case against email. Getting as many people as possible to look at your checkout page is a good thing, right? Wrong. Here's why trying to sell to everyone on your list will tank your conversion rates and flood your inbox with refund requests. The problem with most email marketing is that it just sounds desperate. People just say, "Buy this. Hey, I got a discount for you." And when you act desperate, you attract the worst kind of people. You get freebie seekers, the people who buy and complain and then ask for their money back in 3 days later and give you a 1-star review. And even worse is when you act like this, the high quality buyers see the desperation and run the other way. You need to prove to them that your offer is worthy, and that's why you use the case against email. The case against email argues against your own product. You reveal a flaw in your product, and you tell the readers why they shouldn't buy. And here's how you use it. You create a list of disqualifiers, right? So sit there, look at your product, and just say, it's not for you if you aren't willing to put in 30 minutes a day of work. If you're just trying to push a button and make money, then close this email right now. This product's not for you. But when you tell people they can't have something, human psychology takes over. They instantly want it more. It creates a massive surge of desire from your actual target audience because they want to prove that they do qualify to themselves. It's like an ego trip. It's fascinating. So the fastest way to make someone want your offer is just to tell them they can't have it. But 99% of business owners struggle to get subscribers to open their emails 2 days in a row, and this next email will make sure you're not one of them. Enter email number 5, the cliffhanger email. So I'm going to let you in on a secret about the brutal truth of email marketing. You can write the greatest email ever in the world on Monday, but if your list forgets about you on Tuesday, your campaign's dead in the water. So most people treat every email like an isolated event. Monday is about topic A. Tuesday's about topic B. There's no connection, and there's no reason for the reader to eagerly anticipate the next message, right? They read, they nod, and then they just delete it, and your sales bleed slowly, and you get sad. So to fix this, you need the cliffhanger email. A cliffhanger email uses the exact same psychology that Netflix uses to keep you binge-watching terrible episodes at 3 a.m., and it's called the Zeigarnik effect. The human brain literally cannot let go of a story that's unfinished. So start doing this. Tell a highly engaging story about a massive problem you faced or a crazy, situation you got in. Build the tension and raise the stakes by telling them what happens if you don't solve this problem. Boy, if I don't solve this big problem, I'm going right to jail, right? That's how you raise the stakes. So you get right into the moment of the big reveal on how you found the solution, and then you stop. Like so. I finally figured out the one word that was killing all of my sales. But look, this email is getting too long. I'll tell you exactly what that word is and how to fix it in tomorrow's email. Keep an eye out for the subject line and then just insert your subject line, right? And when tomorrow rolls around, you will have readers just scrolling the inbox looking for your name and getting that huge emotional payoff. So here's the point of the cliffhanger email and why you should use it in your marketing. Don't finish your stories today if you want them to open your emails tomorrow. If you can have cliffhanger sequences, it's super powerful. But there's another problem that we haven't addressed and we need to talk about. None of this matters if nobody sees your emails in the first place, right? Because you can write the best emails in the world, but if no one reads them, you'll never get sales. I made a video showing you exactly how I grew my list to 8,400 subscribers fast. Watch it next. Otherwise, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you being here. Enjoy your day.